Although smaller than other divisions, Winch has been in the fold the longest, since the Carco Group was established in 1932. We later acquired Gearmatic and Braden companies and renamed the group PACCAR Winch. PACCAR is a global technology leader in the commercial vehicle segment. In 2019, PACCAR celebrated 81 consecutive years of profitability. Total revenues were at a record $25.6 billion and net income was $2.4 billion. PACCAR is a company with a great and a bright future. The values highlighted on this slide are part of the company's and our employees' success. Our focus is on doing things in an ethical and a disciplined manner. We make decisions utilizing conservative financial principles and common sense for the long-term benefits of our customers, employees, and shareholders. PACCAR is well known by these premium brands: Kenworth, Peterbilt, and DAF. The PACCAR brand is also becoming more prominent as represented by PACCAR Financial, PACCAR Parts, PACCAR Leasing, and our PACCAR Powertrain Group. PACCAR's core strengths are quality, technology, and innovation, which define our strategy of premium products and services, profitable market share growth, and geographic expansion. Now I'd like to shift gears and talk to you a little bit about our company, PACCAR Winch. PACCAR Winch is a fully owned subsidiary of PACCAR. We manufacture products under the Braden, Carco, and Gearmatic nameplates, brands that are recognized leaders in innovative design. We're one of the largest industrial winch manufacturers in the world. Now I'm going to switch gears and play a video for you, if I can get it to play here. All right, hopefully everyone can see the screen now. All right.
I don't hear any sound.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to fix that real quick. That is often a problem. Let me try to switch the sound real quick to computer speaker and try it again.
And recovery purposes that serve many industries, including construction, energy, and utility.
That's working now.
Years,
Thanks.
PACCAR Winch has helped enhance safety standards and application performance through custom engineered products. PACCAR Winch is a member of the PACCAR family, a Fortune 200 company that prides itself on innovation, quality, and technology. Based in Oklahoma, PACCAR Winch manufactures Braden, Carco, and Gearmatic products. These brands are recognized globally for their performance and have helped set the standard within the winch industry. PACCAR Winch products are specified and designed based on customer needs. Strong technical relationships are essential to the success of engineering projects. Once design requirements are set, PACCAR Winch goes to work to develop the highest quality product with the lowest total cost of ownership. PACCAR Winch manufactures products in Oklahoma, USA. With engineering and manufacturing in the same facility, the time from design to prototype is greatly reduced. PACCAR Winch's ongoing facility upgrades ensures optimal manufacturing capabilities. This, coupled with PACCAR Winch's commitment to continuous improvement through Six Sigma processes, allows for increased quality and efficiency. The customer focus continues after the sale with a global sales and service network, technical phone support, detailed service documentation, and robust training programs allow for best-in-class product support. 90-plus years of expertise, PACCAR Winch continues to set the standard in design, manufacturing, and product support for the winch industry. Please visit PACCARWinch.com for more information. This is John Criswell for Manufacturing Marvel.
Okay, thank you. Close that and go back to sharing my PowerPoint real quick. It does get a little tricky, switching screens. All right. Okay, so this slide is a condensed summary of the products that we manufacture. Although there are some competitors who sell more drives than us, we are the only company that offers a full line of hoists, tail winches, skidders, and drives. The Braden brand was established in 1924 in Broken Arrow and acquired by PACCAR in 1977. Braden is the market leader in hoisting and recovery applications for mobile cranes, offshore oil exploration, and utility vehicles like those that are shown here. Our Carco brand was established in 1932 by Pacific Car and Foundry. As a side note, it is the oldest portion of continuous business within PACCAR. It was acquired, PACCAR, continuous business of PACCAR, as truck divisions were acquired beginning in the 1940s. It is used on tractor equipment for heavy construction applications, including road building, pipe laying, forestry, and vehicle recovery. Gearmatic was established in 1946 in British Columbia and acquired by PACCAR in 1963. The brand initially developed in the forestry industry, but adapted its products for the marine and fishing industry and is used on fishing boats, small drilling and pile driving operations, and channel dredging. Although through these brands, we capitalize on the distinctive capital advantage we offer over other products. We have a broad product range for industrial winches and can customize them for particular applications and innovative and efficient designs. Our winches are recognized as having the highest quality in the industry. Customer service and engineering field support provided across global markets is also a plus. PACCAR's strong balance sheet is an advantage that assures customers of PACCAR winches stability. A little bit about our locations. Production takes place at our two facilities. This is our Broken Arrow facility. We also have an Okmulgee facility. Our Broken Arrow facility is situated on 14 acres and has 230,000 square feet. This location includes production, our division offices, engineering, and our product showcase. The Broken Arrow plant produces larger, more complex winches. This is our Okmulgee location. This plant's located 50 miles south of Broken Arrow and is situated on 7 acres. It has 85,000 square feet and is dedicated to production, machining, and assembly, as well as paint. Okmulgee produces smaller, higher volume winches in more of an assembly line operation. As mentioned before, the professional positions are located in the Broken Arrow office and include departments like accounting, engineering, human resources, purchasing. Operational positions are located at both positions and include skilled trades like machinist and quality assurance. If you'd like to become a PACCAR team member, just visit jobs.paccar.com and search for positions by geographic location or by job category. If you aren't ready to apply or do not see a job of interest at this time, you can sign up for alerts that will notify you when certain positions are posted. And be sure and visit our website at paccarwinch.com to learn more about our company. Now what I'd like to do is introduce Obadiah Harris, who is our plant manager at the Okmulgee location. He and I are both here to answer any questions that you might have about our company or about any positions that we have available.
So Sheila, I'll give a quick introduction. As Sheila said, my name is Obadiah Harris. I've been at PACCAR now for 10 years. So I've been at Winch for 18 months. And then I came from our truck plant facility, which is located in Chillicothe, Ohio, and did different various management positions there. So Laura, what students do we have? How many students do we have online?
I think that we have 4.
4. Could they give just a quick intro as far as their what they're studying?
Yes. If you all want to take yourself off mute and introduce yourselves and what your major is, that would be great.
Sure. Good afternoon, both Sheila and Obadiah. Thank you. My name is John Camp, and as you can see from the video, I am an adult student here, which I figured it was time to start focusing on business management. So that's what my major is.
Good to meet you, John. John, what's your business management? So what's your background as far as there a certain part of business that you're interested in?
Not necessarily. I've spent the last 25 years in IT, And prior to that, I was in the U.S. Marine Corps.
Oh, great. Great. So, yep. So we do have IT positions at our division office, which services both plants. And one key thing that I learned here, the difference between, we do hoist and winches. The hoisting is the vertical operation. And then also the winch is the horizontal pulling. So sometimes those things are, that's not necessarily, it wasn't common to me before I came to winch to know the difference between the two. So, John, how long were you in the Marine Corps?
Thank you. I was 6 years active, 2 years reserves.
Yep. Appreciate your service. It's great. Who's next?
I can go next. My name's Antonia Pearl, and my major is mechanical engineering.
Oh, great. Antonia, so what would you like to do with your degree?
I'd really like to get into powertrain engineering, manufacturing vehicles and engines.
Okay.
Let me ask you, have you made any inquiries or looked at any of the other PACCAR locations?
I have not yet.
Okay, you should definitely do that. We have locations all over the world. So you can go to PACCAR.com and take a look at some of the ME positions that they have available. We have Peterbilt, which is really pretty close down in Denton, about a 4.5-hour drive. What's the other close one? We have a parts location in Oklahoma City.
Yep.
And then we're in Seattle, Ohio.
Dynacraft.
Yep. So we have a lot of locations. If you go there and just kind of select what location you're interested in, you're definitely in the right place when you're talking about powertrains. Once you go to that website, hopefully you'll find something of interest.
All right, thank you. I'll definitely do that.
You bet.
Yep. Good meeting you.
I think we have one more student.
Hi, my name is Fernanda. I'm from Brazil. I'm here in Tulsa 1 year and a half. And I started to study mechanical engineer. My background was in financial and logistic area, which I worked like my last 10 years. And now I'm started to study engineer. So I interested in internship, part-time jobs. That's what I'm looking for.
Are you thinking about an internship in a manufacturing area?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now this is for.
I worked sorry.
No, go ahead.
My last job was in industry pharmaceutical. That I work a lot with engineers, manufacturing. I worked in control area. I'm doing. I did the budget, forecast, report for the headquarters in German. So,
Great.
Fernanda, did you say, I missed the very beginning. I had some trouble with sound. Did you say you're from Brazil?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. We have a location in Brazil.
Really?
We do have a location in Brazil, yeah.
I probably will continue study here for my last 3 years.
Okay.
I will continue. And then when I finish my course, I will do the OPT for more 3 years here and see what's happened if some company can hire me. So.
Yep.
Okay,
and Sheila mentioned it. We're a global industry, so it provides a lot of different opportunities for people. So if you want to stay in Oklahoma, there's several opportunities. Then you can go to Texas or Ohio, Australia, Brazil, the Netherlands. So a lot of great opportunities with the company.
Thank you.
Yep, good meeting you. You said, Laura, did you say there was one more?
I thought there were, but it looks like they've been disconnected. There was one more, but I don't see them in here now.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, so for those of you that are still here, keep an eye on the website and go in and set up alerts for when we have open positions. Feel free to contact me directly if you want. Up on the screen, my email is Sheila, SHEILA.Sanders, SANDERS @PACCAR.com. And go ahead and set up those alerts so you know when we have positions available, and you can select the location you're most interested in.
No questions?
I think we may be getting one in the chat. Just a second.
Okay.
Oh, can we get the link to sign up for the alerts?
Yes. I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen still?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what it looks like when you go to the PACCAR website, and you'll visit jobs.paccar.com. Then you'll see down at the very bottom, which we have circled there in red, it shows you down there how you can create an alert for certain keywords or locations.
And I'm going to grab that, and I'll post it in the chat too.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And grab that. Yeah. Students, do you all have other questions? This is your time. And you can also post them in the chat too.
Have they visited either facility, the Broken Arrow or the Okmulgee facility? Do they know where they're located?
I don't know that they do.
Well, the Broken Arrow facility is right off of Highway 51. Then you take Lynn Lane down. It's really between 71st, almost at 81st. Looks a little bit like a school, and so a lot of people mistake it for a school. But we do have some good signage now that shows you it's PACCAR Winch up in the front. So that's where we're located. Obadiah, you want to describe where you're located in Okmulgee?
So we're located off of Highway 75. And then once you get into Okmulgee, then off of 20th Street. And there's several businesses on 20th Street there.
Okay. Currently at Winch, one other thing I'll mention is at the moment, just in terms of what we're looking for right this moment, we're looking for an accounting analyst, some machinists, and warehouse. But we have just filled a few office positions. We just filled a position in purchasing, and an internship in accounting, and are getting ready to fill an IT position. So that's what we have at the moment. But again, if you set those alerts, then you'll receive notices right away when we have availability.
So the question for the students, are you guys looking to stay in Oklahoma? Or are you looking for jobs out in other states or other locations?
In my case, I'm looking for a job internship in Oklahoma, and specifically in Tulsa, because I'm studying here. So it's my first year in mechanical engineer course. So I have to stay here. But
Okay.
I can work part-time, like remote, if some division have this kind of job or internship, I can work remote. And what you look for the candidate, what they need to have, like experience in engineer, or can be other competence that can works with the company, and what's your opinion about that?
I think probably all Sheila and Tammy and myself can comment on this. So I think within any candidate, everything we do here is working within teams. So can you work well with others? Are you driven? Are you working to make things better, making suggestions? And then sometimes you get employees or interns that are seasoned, that have been in the field, and other times you get other ones that have a lot of high potential, but still have some different things to learn.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
accurate.
thank
We've had
you.
interns with a little bit of experience, a couple of years, 3 years, and some with very little. So it just kind of depends on the position. But he's right; those are the main things that we're looking for. John, what about you? Are you you're Tulsa focused?
Well, boy, as you can see, being a mature student, there's a big story behind my career. I actually lived in Europe for 26 years, so I
Okay.
know all about the quality control and things like that go on in European countries, which is kind of greater than what it is here. But of course, my family is in the Tulsa area, but I'm open to moving, possibly Oklahoma City, possibly Dallas.
Okay, good.
But of course, if you need someone to manage your office in the Netherlands, I would definitely be open for that.
Oh, sure. And Tony, I think you're still on. Are you focused mostly on positions in the Tulsa area, or would you be open to other areas?
Yeah, I would most likely look to stay in Oklahoma at least for a little while, but maybe move out of state or out of country one day.
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
Good questions.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sheila, for speaking, well, and Obadiah too, for speaking to some of the questions that were asked around professionalism and career competencies. Can you all share anything that really stands out or that you see on resumes and applications from applicants that really stands out in a good way to you? And then the flip side of that, maybe what stands out in not such a good way?
That's a good question. Well, for me, with a resume, I'm always looking for a results-oriented resume. So what I'm typically looking for is a resume that tells me, let's say, for example, an employee has increased quality by 20% or improved something by a certain number. And so when I look at it, I'm not necessarily looking for maybe the typical things like, kind of the basics of where they worked and how long they worked there. Certainly that's important, but I'm more looking for what type of results they've been able to achieve, whether it's in school or whether it's at work. What I don't want to see, I guess, in a resume is, employers are always looking for a resume we have a few seconds to look at that resume because there's so many that come in. So we're going to be looking for what is a company could we gain by adding this person to our group? And what type of diverse backgrounds do they have? What type of experiences do they have that maybe we can add here that can drive us forward? But sometimes resumes will have maybe too many personal items, or they might not really speak to results. And I find the ones with results more intriguing. For me anyway, that's what I'm looking for. Obadiah?
Yeah, Sheila, I like that kind of when you can look at a resume and you can see that someone's driven, and then also they have some consistencies. So have they been able to stick with different, finishing their degrees, being a part of different companies? Sometimes it can be a little eye-opening if you look over 15 years and you would see 15 different companies and different positions. But again, when you can show results and that you've been able to work within teams, because it seems a lot of the things that we're doing are within teams, I think those are some good things in resumes.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Thank you both.
Sure.
We also, in our office and career services, help students prepare for interviews by conducting mock interviews with them. So any advice that you might offer students, we know they need to come see us in career services. But other than that, preparing for their interview.
Well, for me, I think I'm always going to ask candidates what they know about the company. Have they looked at the website? Have they studied the company and taken enough time to try to understand who we are? I'm also, again, going to ask for, going to ask questions that are kind of results oriented and wanting to understand how they have applied their abilities at certain places, whether it's at school or at work. I'll ask questions that will require the candidates to kind of give me examples of how they have handled certain things, how they have handled certain situations. And so it's usually pretty experience-based. And I'm usually looking for some examples. And I'm usually hoping the candidate is talking more than I am and telling me a lot about themselves and about their experiences.
One question. What kind of question we can do, for example, in the interview that's fair to do for the interviewer?
So are you saying a question to ask? Like what's a question that maybe that we may ask you?
What kind of question I can ask you about the company, for example?
Okay, questions you can ask about the company. Okay.
Yes, it's fair,
Yeah.
like, that means good.
Well, yeah. Well, you might ask about how the company is doing financially. You might ask about what the culture is like at the company. You might ask about what type of, cultural markers that they use. In other words, are they a company that's all about, are they focused on efficiency and growth? And that's the kind of things that people typically ask me. They ask a lot about the culture. They ask about the financial stability. They ask a lot about the position itself and trying to understand if they meet those qualifications. And those are all really good questions to ask.
Can I ask you what kind of culture, organizational culture?
Yes, you definitely can ask about the organization, about the culture of the organization. As far as PACCAR's culture, I think we have a great culture. It's very results focused, and it's very teams focused. We work a lot in teams, and there are very few just sort of individual contributors because everybody works on a team and works to sort of drive toward one or multiple major goals. So that's why Obadiah brought up, working in teams is usually pretty important.
Oh, thank you. It's more centralized or opposite?
Well, it's interesting because PACCAR Winch is really kind of its own business. We're a subsidiary of PACCAR, but overall, PACCAR is fairly decentralized, and that's how it's run. Wouldn't you say that's true, Obadiah? It's pretty decentralized. Everything's sort of like, Kenworth, and the way Kenworth is managed is handled very much at Kenworth.
Yep.
So to speak, yeah.
Yeah, I love this kind of company.
Yep. And Fernanda, I think the culture is what keeps me here. So I've been here for 10 years. I look to stay with the company if I'm able to, based off of the people, how we're treated, and how the organization is ran. So it's not my first company. I've worked for another large company, and it wasn't like that. So I appreciate that. I think at a certain point, financials is important. Take care of yourself and your family. But at the end, once you get in your career, it seems that the culture is one of the most important things to most people. How are you treated? Are you treated fairly? And I think that's what keeps me here at this company.
Thank you so much.
Great question. Thank you for asking those. How about you all, when you're looking at applicants, you know, how much are you looking at their social media presence, whether that's on LinkedIn or Facebook? Like, how much does that play into your hiring process?
You know, I don't personally spend a lot of time looking for social media presence. That might be different if I was looking for someone who was in marketing or someone who did social media marketing. But otherwise, I don't spend a lot of time looking at that. That's just me personally. I know that other organizations do. Certainly, we do background checks and drug screening and things like that. But I usually rely on those things and references more than I would their social media presence, unless, like I said, that's something I'm expecting them to do for the company.
I think it's good if you have a professional picture on LinkedIn. And then also too, you're just careful about the things that you post or comment or share on your social media sites. So it's good to be aware of all of that so that
It absolutely is. I'm trying to teach my 17-year-old son that right now.
yeah, because that, things don't, things that, in the spur of the moment that you may comment on, those things, they don't necessarily leave. So being aware of that and saying, no, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going to share it. I'm not going to like it. I think it's good to be aware in this day and age where I didn't have to grow up with that when I was in high school and college. We didn't have any of those problems that we have today.
Yeah.
We were very lucky.
And as far as social media platforms, if we're looking for individuals to fill a certain position, we definitely go to LinkedIn, and there are times we've advertised on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn definitely is much more of a professional social media presence, and we do spend some time looking for candidates there and looking at their profile on LinkedIn. So the other ones I don't spend a lot of time on in terms of recruiting and business, but LinkedIn we definitely do.
That's great. Yeah, we are definitely encouraging our students to, and we can assist them with this, create a professional LinkedIn profile, but also connect to faculty members, even to you all today, because that is how you network and find those opportunities.
It is, and we have definitely tried to kind of beef up our social media presence recently, so that candidates can learn a little bit more about us and learn what positions we have available. And so that's why we've had done a little bit more advertising and social media presence in Facebook and some other places recently.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
Does anybody have any final questions? Feel free to unmute yourselves or drop that in the chat. No.
Okay.
Right.
Well, feel free to email me if you have any questions after we, end today, and you have some pressing questions you want to have answered. I'm happy to do it. So go ahead and email me directly.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sheila. And we will share the video too on our YouTube page. And if you're here and need any information or something you didn't grab, feel free to reach out to me as well too. And I can do that for you.
I'm already getting some LinkedIn requests here, so.
All right.
Excellent.
That's great. That's what we want. Well, good. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you, students, for being here today too. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to myself or Sheila, and we can get that taken care of. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
Yep.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Good meeting you guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. You as well. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.